with, I'll start with the MP for Rangwe, Jaber, Mama Lilian Gogo. Ma'am, kindly. Let's appreciate Honorable Lilian Gogo. Karibu sana. Before you go, kindly, before we go live, please signal us, kindly, to see Okotwe to live Kimalamala. Tafadhali.
Thank you so much, honorable and revered leaders who are here, the Mizani Africa community, invited guests, and friends and family of the leadership that is here. Good evening. My name is Dr. Lilian Gogo. I'm the Member of Parliament for Rangwe constituency. Rangwe is in Mutembei County, and I think it should be in public domain that Mutembei County is one of the counties that produced 3 women in single constituency. But apart from that, when we add on to our very own women representative, we were able to attain the 2/3 gender requirement for elected positions in leadership in our county. Why don't you clap for Mutembei? And having heard that presentation, it is an honor to be here. I honestly don't know how the research was done, but it is important that somebody follows us up because we are in positions of responsibility and we should be held accountable for the work that we are doing. So Mizani has been following us for a while probably and decided to give us an award. Thank you, Mizani. Because when you work and somebody appreciates you, then there is a tendency that you work harder and better. But from the point where I stand, I was a university lecturer before I joined active politics at the Egerton University. I graduated with my Doctor of Philosophy degree in 2012, the 23rd of May. And my biggest desire was to take my PhD to the village. Because I thought that there were enough PhD in towns, I needed to take my PhD to the rural, where these PhDs are scarce. And just not to take it to the rural areas where they are scarce, but also to use it to influence positively the life of my community. And that's why I made a very difficult decision to go into active politics. Of course, it's not a cup of tea for all of us who are on elected positions. Right now, everybody is very anxious over party primaries, direct ticket nominations, and that stuff. And it's even worse when you're vying at a higher level, probably at governor level and all that. I want to thank Mutembei again for giving a woman an opportunity through negotiations to run on a ticket of governorship. That is the Honorable Gladys Anyasona Wanga. Allow me, friends and good people, to thank the great people of Rangwe constituency, because if it were not for Rangwe, I would not be here. This is basically on service that would have probably allowed on positively so that I could be rated. When I got into office, we had a few challenges. There had never been a woman elected in that particular constituency to be a member of parliament. I was the first. And when I went to look for votes, everyone thought I was joking. And like you are not even sure that you know the boundaries of the constituency. And people even thought that I don't know what a polling station is. Thank good God that I was elected. The biggest task was to look at youth unemployment. Another task was to look at issues of insecurity that was in my constituency. Another issue was to look at mitigating measures that would address waterborne diseases as much as water is a devolved function. I was also concerned about what would happen by schools responding positively to the communities where these schools are located. That is community social responsibility of our schools, our existing schools, to the community, where a government institution is or otherwise should have some responsibility to the community. The community builds a school, but what does the school give the community other than educating their children and disseminating information? In my tenure of office, I'm glad, and I stand here to report, that using the National Government Constituency Development Fund, we have been able to do a number of things. One, I've been able to purchase, that's something that has never ever been done in the history of Mutembei County, and colleagues who are here and who have come before us, I believe there is no single most MP who has bought a fleet of 14 buses for their constituency. That is one thing that I have done. Thank you, Mheshimiwa, for clapping for me, because I think they are there too. At least 1, 2, 3. Please, Mheshimiwa, clap for me as much as I've done better than you. That's it. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Why did I do this? So that old grandma, other than school use, for extracurricular work, for doing school work, that Mina Dhiambo, Mina Kinyi, is able to use a bus from a school that is near them. That our children are able to meet the requirements of traveling, extracurricular activities, exposing them. Imagine a situation where you are born and bred in Omoche Primary School, that is my local primary school. Then I also have a TTC in my constituency. Then you go to Asumbi TTC, and then after that you are employed, you come back to work at Omoche. You would never have much exposure. So this was one of my pet projects. When you go to Rangwe, as it were then and as it is right now, because this is one of the projects that is ongoing, you would not know the face of Rangwe, as much as Rangwe is so many years old. Actually, another constituency was hived out of Rangwe, but the greater Rangwe had Rangwe and Mutembei town constituency. But when you would arrive at Rangwe, you would not know where Rangwe is. So I embarked on a tireless project to give Rangwe a face by using NGCDF to build a 53 million sub-county headquarters that is ongoing as I speak. Another thing, to improve security, I have actually had street lighting, LED lighting on concrete poles on about 8 markets from national government. The Youth Enterprise Development Fund gave me one single most constituency to empower the youth in Rangwe, 22 million Kenya shillings, so that they could also start their small businesses. I want to report here with pride that a leader influences their people. You are rightfully saying that when we are here, we are hugging each other. We are talking to each other. But when you find me castigating my only good friend in Parliament, the Honorable Didimnas Baraza, so hard, I really shout at him with a microphone, Mheshimiwa Baraza, that is not your original cap. Change it to the original. That one was a bit more maroon. This is too red. We would talk and I say everything that goes on record. But when we meet in Parliament, we are very good friends. And I have my seniors here like Honorable Sabina. You go to them, they teach. We work together. We work on bills together. We are in committees together. But when we are outside there, we are there shouting at each other as we go for elections. If there is anything that would make me get any award, is to keep peace as we go for elections. I'm one single most MP who has never insulted or called out negatively the name of my opponent. Why? Even if I don't, I was still elected. True or false? If we would have politics that is not insultive, I have so much to sell about my party leader, Raila Amolo Odinga. And does that not give me room to castigate or insult other leaders? Because I have so much to say about my leader. So if we would go this way, honorable leaders, if we would go this way, my good friends who are in political leadership, because you are serving from a position of influence, The office you are given today, you can knock any door. If there is any one powerful person in this country who can knock any door and it is opened for them, for the purpose of the people they represent are elected leaders, at whatever echelon, I would implore you, why don't we keep peace for once? Why don't we keep Kenya safe for once, leaders? Why can't this a word that we are given here today? Why can't it make Kenya great again? God bless you, and let's pray for Kenya. And I hope to see you in Parliament again. I want to go and defend my seat as the first woman MP in Rangwe. Rangwe has never had a member of Parliament go twice, and we say it in my mother tongue, logo dichiel. Muosho moja tu, you go, you pass the lake, another one. But from the look of things, I can greatly predict before the cameras that I know that Rangwe people are going to give me another chance to serve them for another 5 years as the single most MP who has been elected to Parliament twice. God bless you. God bless Mizani Africa. God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before you sit, Mheshimiwa Gogo. Mikono zako zote mbili ziko na saa. Hauamini moja?
Thank you so much, my dear friend and brother. As I came here, I said that I said I'm Dr. Lillian Gogo. Number one. Number two, I said that I come from Rangwe. I said I also come from Mutembei. That by inference means I'm Luo, and Luo is a lifestyle. I mean, it's a component. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Luo is no longer a tribe. Luo is no longer a tribe. Luo is an app. You can download it and start behaving like us. Kwa hivyo mnasema